Brothers of the Eastern Region. It's your Vice Regional Director, Brother Devon Henry here with our first membership moment, and we have the brother Steve Taylor from the Tri Sigma chapter here located in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. We're going to have an interview and talk a little bit about what Tri Sigma has been doing here lately in the area of membership. So, Brother Taylor, thank you for agreeing to conduct this interview. Just give us a little brief history about Sigma.
Well, as everybody should be aware, Sigma chapter was founded in 1996, shortly after the Million Man March. Minister Farrakhan asked brothers and men to go back to their communities and to make a difference. There were many Sigmas that were just laying around, and brothers decided that we don't need to lay around anymore. And it was a necessary need, we felt, to start a new chapter in this area. So we started with 12 brothers, just like when the fraternity was founded. There were 12, not the 3 founders, but the charter line. And we grew from there. In regarding the membership drive, we put together a basic plan, which was, we know this area is no different than any other area. There are Sigmas everywhere. Of course, you know the song, "There's Sigmas from sea to sea." We believe in that. We just have to find brothers, stay on them continually until they give you the money, or until they give you the service. And basically, we'll take the service and get the money, or we'll get the money and then get the service. But we're not going to give up on a brother because they're not financial, or they're not active. As a chapter, and especially again when Brother Mason and the Eastern Region decided to make a membership push, we took it as a challenge, a serious challenge. And I believe right now we're working off a list of around 400 or 500 inactive brothers in the Washington metro area. And our goal is to get as many of those brothers from the unfinancial, inactive column over to the active financial column. Now, again, we'd love for each and every one of them to be in our chapter, but we know that we won't get every one of them. And we encourage brothers, get in where you fit in. There are several chapters in the DMV. We encourage brothers to go and visit the other chapters, be aware of what the other chapters are doing, and find a home.
Sure.
Again, we have a team of individuals that are, basically working, pretty much day and night to try to make this a reality.
Wow. So you mentioned that there were a list that you have of 400 to 500 brothers that are in the area. Tell the brothers how'd you go about getting that list, because that's one of the things that brothers need to work on, is being resourceful to obtain the information of the Sigmas and brothers that have become inactive. Get that information and find those brothers and bring them back to the fold. So how did Tri Sigma go about finding that information?
Well, we started, you got to start from within your chapter. And again, no matter if your chapter is 5 brothers or 10 or 20, I will guarantee that each of those brothers knows 5 brothers that are not active, they're not financial, but they're at the picnic, they're at the club, they might be in church, they could be at school, they see them at the shopping mart. Again, we just encourage brothers as they're out. From time to time, we have to get brothers that are active and financial to go out like this, to wear their stuff. And then it'd be surprising that people will approach you. They will approach you. Once they approach you, get their information, start a list. Or it's the reverse. You're out shopping, you're in your regular stuff, and you see a license tag, or you see a hat, or you see something. Approach that brother. A lot of times, those brothers, yes, they're active and financial, but sometimes they're not. And they'll give you the story, well, I was thinking about doing that, and And the basic deal is use that as a opening to get a conversation started. Again, get as much information from them as possible, and then invite them to your next meeting. Send them a email alert about what your chapter is doing. In your conversation, try to find out what makes their brother tick. You know, what makes their brother want to get involved.
Yeah.
And then that's how you can try to get something.
And one of the other things that some chapters are saying is that not only why they want to get involved, but find out what happened to make them leave, or what happened for them to be to remove themselves from the fold. But you mentioned invite them out to the chapter meetings. What other events outside of the chapter meeting does Tri Sigma hold that, maybe a signature event or just something that you may do monthly, some type of social events that you've seen have had success in getting brothers to come out?
Well, we are a chapter, we work hard and we do our service, but also we like to try to have some fun from time to time. Our signature event at the moment, we've done actually three stellar activities. When the chapter was first formed, we had a golf tournament that was like, again, we had NFL Hall of Famers come. And we raised thousands and thousands of dollars, and it was a model for other chapters that are now having golf tournaments. Additionally, we do what we call a SIP for scholarship, and it's a low.
You said SIP for scholarship.
SIP.
Okay.
It's like it's a combination of, you come and you learn about wine, how to match it with different foods, and of course you get to sip on it, and then there's a dinner, and then it's a dance. But it's not on the level of a formal.
Sure.
But so when I say it's a low-key event, but generally for the last several years, it's generated, I don't know, around 200 people that have attended.
Wow.
And a mixture of Zetas supported very good. The chapter supports it, other chapters support it, and other Greeks come and support it. Most recently, we did a signature event during the March on Washington, where we had conversations with civil rights leaders, and of course our fraternity brother John Lewis, Congressman John Lewis, was the keynote person that came and addressed the crowd. That was a breakfast right before the March on Washington. In 2015, it will be a 50th anniversary of some more civil rights activities that we probably will continue on that vein and either have another conversation with another civil rights leader. Again, the audience that attended seemed to enjoy it very much, the format. And again, it was a high caliber event. We were very proud of that.
Great. Now, you touched on events, and we're looking at one of the words you mentioned was membership. And although I'm the vice regional director for the region, I thought it was important to hear from the local chapters, find out what the brothers are doing from the grassroots level, because you guys know the community, you know what's going on, you know how to get brothers and even the community to come out to certain events. But what's been very impressive is the growth. You talked about the challenge that our president, the Honorable Brother Jonathan Mason, sent out, and apparently Tri Sigma has answered that call. Generally, I've seen the membership numbers for Tri Sigma in the area of 50, 60 brothers. I just seen the last report. Tri Sigma is over 100 brothers strong right now. Brother Taylor, you gotta let us know what is the secret sauce that's going on in Tri Sigma right now?
The secret sauce is, if you want brotherhood, Tri Sigma. If you want scholarship, Tri Sigma. If you want service, Tri Sigma. But seriously, the secret ingredient is, as I told you before, it's a group of committed brothers that seized on the vision that other people have had and the challenge. They put together a plan and we're working our plan. Now, again, I think the latest numbers are a little behind because I know that we have submitted monies for somewhere in the neighborhood of for about 140 brothers.
That's right.
And our goal is to push 150 and push that to try to get to 200 and 300, because our goal is for whatever brothers we weren't able to capture for the January Founders Weekend, that they'll be on board for the July Jubilee.
Absolutely.
That's our goal.
Absolutely. Well, how much more time, you've been serving as chapter president, how much more time do you have as chapter president?
Well, according to the Constitution, I was just reelected, and so our terms are 1 year. Again, I was the founding, one of the founders of the chapter,
Okay.
and I served for many years. Then I kind of took a back seat, and I had to come back to the chapter to what I thought to help it. And basically, my goal is that I won't have to come back and be the president. That we'll have many brothers that will be capable and able to take the chapter to even greater heights than it is right now. I mean, again, it's been a very, very team-oriented effort.
Yep.
And there are times I always tell people, I got the easiest job in the world, and then sometimes I got the hardest job in the world, because everybody knows when you're the president, you're powerless.
Yep.
You know, when you're the president or you're the chair, you're powerless.
Yep.
But the brothers in the chapter, they're really motivated. And again, this is a very exciting time in Phi Beta Sigma, and we're just trying to do our part.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to close out by saying, from the region, we appreciate the work that you guys are doing. You have certainly set the bar high for brothers and chapters in the region, and matter of fact, in fraternity, to step their game up. So, on behalf of the region, I want to say thank you for accepting the challenge and for really taking it serious. That getting the brothers back in the fold is one of the most important things that we can do, is to reactivate those brothers. And now we're in the centennial year. We're about to get on Howard's campus and
Turn it up.
we about to turn up on Howard's campus. So I just want to thank you, Brother Taylor, for taking the time to meet with me. And that's a wrap, brothers.